Hey everybody, let's talk about Thanatos. I just silenced my phone, so hopefully I won't be interrupted doing this intro. One quick thing, if you're not seeing my videos regularly in your sub box, if you are a subscriber, if you're not, then you probably have good taste. If you're not seeing the videos regularly, I know a lot of larger channels are saying that people aren't seeing their videos in the subscription boxes. Consider signing up for my Twitter and or Facebook. I'm pointing down right now because it's in the description below. I don't spam those a lot with non-YouTube related stuff. A little bit like a little game news stuff, but mainly it's just my YouTube video announcements. So if you're missing videos in your sub boxes, consider signing up for that. Or if you don't, then you don't have to. Anyway, let's get back to Thanatos because he's here waiting for us. So he's kind of squishy, does a lot of damage, a lot like Loki. So let's take a look at his abilities. A lot of his abilities cost him health. So he'll actually hurt himself when he casts an ability, and he heals himself, I believe, by killing people with his basic attack and also with one of his abilities, as we'll see. So his passive is enemy gods within his execute threshold are revealed to Thanatos. This is whether you are ulting or not, so you can kind of see somebody who's close to you, whether your ult is up or down, and you can kill him any way you wish to. You don't have to use your ult. Also, dealing killing blows, as I said, will heal him based upon the HP of the target. And his abilities, as I said, cost health and mana to use. So mana is standard, the health is extra. He has a 3-swing chain, kind of like a lot of the newer gods are. I don't necessarily care for that. I'd rather just have a regular rhythm. I guess if you're like really pro, then you can charge up to your big attack, but it doesn't really do much for me. So anyway, let's see. So he restores his own health. I don't know if I really understand this entirely. So he restores his own health. Oh, I see. So when he kills a god, he gets restored 20% of his maximum hit points or health. And if he kills a minion, he gets restored 10% of the target's hit points. That gives him some nice sustain and also allows him to cast his abilities. So, okay, that makes more sense now that I read it again. So that's his passive. Basically, he has vision for gods that are below 40%. And his abilities... he heals himself when he kills, and his abilities cost him life. Death Sight. So this is a straight line. It's wider than a skill shot, I would say. Deals damage, including 10% of the target's maximum health. So it deals base damage plus 10%. And you can see the you can see the base damage in the description. It takes 5% of his health, and it also heals him 50% of the damage dealt. So this ability can kind of pay for itself, and you can use it to heal him up. This ability grants Thanatos immunity from slow, gives him additional speed and physical penetration. So it's a lot like Fenrir's Hale and Naja's Flame Strike, where it kind of buffs his basic attack. His speed bonus is doubled when moving to an enemy god within the range of his ultimate. And it consumes 5% of his health. So it gives him penetration, move speed, and perhaps a bonus speed. It says low health here. Is that when maybe the target god has to be in low health? Who knows? So this is kind of like a little buff that he can give himself. His third is a cone attack. He swings in front of him in a cone, dealing damage and silencing his enemies. So he moves at a reduced rate. I'm not really sure that is that big a deal because the attack is relatively quick. So it's not like you're slowing yourself for an extended period of time. Takes 5% of your health. Does decent damage. So let's see, it scales up to 380%, and his number one does 380 and 60%. So these are probably about even, I would think. Maybe. It does bonus damage. So this is probably your go-to ability to damage people, and this might be like a finishing, or if there's a bunch of people in front of you, you know. Now, if you get killing blows with any of these abilities, correct me if I'm wrong, you end up healing yourself anyway. Hovering Death, this is the really cool thing. So he flies up in the air, kind of like Thor, you would say, and he's able to move for 5 seconds. So he can then land, I would say actually not like Thor, more like Apollo. So he can move around, and then he can target a ground target to land on. If his enemy is below 40%, right? 40%? Yeah, at level 5 it's 40%, so you can see it scales up at each level. Then he will instantly kill him, the enemy. And I'm assuming you can do AoE with this, so if there's multiple gods in there, you will do damage to everyone there. Possibly killing more than one if they group together. So he moves twice his speed to the target location, and you can use this to retreat, kind of like Loki, or not Loki, sorry, Apollo's ult. So I would say this is very similar to Apollo. You can use it to retreat or attack. Now, it's a one-way trip, so once you land, you got to get yourself out of there, so just be aware of that. I think Thanatos is a good tank killer, because with this, it doesn't matter how much health you have, but if you're below 40%, you can kill him. So if you have a tank that's really buff at 40%, boom, dead. So it's useful, I think, for picking off tanks when they've been weakened in team fights or whatnot. And you can also use this, does 10% of the target's maximum health. So again, for really tanky characters, this does more damage. It's almost like Quinn's Blades. So I would say Thanatos really does well killing off tanks, although I haven't really played him enough to say whether that's the case. So I think some people pronounce it Xanatos. I'm just pronouncing it Thanatos. Oh, I played him 3 games and won all 3. I should play him some more. I haven't played him for a while, though. So anyway, I know there's a ship in EVE Online called the Thanatos. I think it's a Mimitar. Is it a Dreadnought or a carrier? So, kind of looks like Hades. And he has his voice pack and stuff like that. So, let's get to the game. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Smite. We're in the arena as Thanatos, he of the 4 wings. This is the first time I've played him. I like to try out new gods in the arena, as you may or may not know. So, we'll see if this is any decent. If it's not, I'll just throw it in the junk pile. If it is, then we'll see what we can do. So let me just brush up on his abilities. I'll put an intro if I actually use this. Okay, sure.
Sorry.
Let's see. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go. So his number 2, or his number 1 does the healing. So Thanatos' abilities consume his health. He's a melee assassin. So I'm just going to try not to be terrible. So since his 1 does healing, I'm probably just going to level that up, be a little conservative here. I'm not sure if that is the best one to level up. After this, I'll probably watch Octane's Pro's patch notes, so I can have more of a clue. I see they just came out, I believe. I just used the 2 and the 3. Perk's going for Isis. Tried to zone him off, not successfully. Yeah, it does some nice healing.
An ally has been slain.
Let's land on these guys. No instant kills for me, but... Ouch. So I think this increases his damage, his number 2, and perhaps his movement speed.
Be right back.
Oh, that's a good hit. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Falling back. Be careful.
Nope, you're not going to catch me, Isis. Or Isis, Freya. Alright, so 2, Thanatos senses death, granting immunity for slow effects. That's nice. 10% movement speed and more penetration. So that's like his power-up ability. That's cool. I'm down with that. Pro Thanatos here. Does this mean somebody's low? This effect? I think it does. That's kind of neat. The beating heart. It's a little creepy with headphones on. So I think when Hercules and everybody goes in, it'll go away. So yeah, my ult was down. So his number 1 gives you a nice poke, and it really pays for itself in the healing. I keep expecting his number 1 to come back, kind of like Vomina's Frisbee or Thor's hammer, but no such luck. I see Fenrir's a little low, and he is dead. So let's just go. Let's land on Vulcan or something. I don't know. It does a lot of damage. Imagine if I knew what I was doing. Up, somebody's low now. Ow! Stop shooting me, Freya. Ow! Blah, blah, blah. Silencing his enemies. Moves at a reduced rate while swinging. Alrighty then. So let's get some more power. Let's see what the Bumba's mask. I certainly don't need that. Let's get Bloodforge. It's like the Blood God. Blood for the Blood God, right? Get our level of ult, I suppose. He has the cadence of hits like a lot of gods do. Not too bad. That's kind of neat how you can tell when somebody's low. Aha!
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain.
I guess lifesteal is good for Thanatos since he damages himself with his abilities.
Out of my way.
Somebody's doing something over here. Ah, you missed me with your rap. I could have chased him, but I'm not confident enough in my abilities with Thanatos. You know, when there was enemies coming from the side that I really couldn't even see. Get the heck out of there. Get this number 1 cooled down. Oh! Run. This should give me a speed boost. That's very nice. I kind of like... No!
This is awkward.
This is awkward. Overextended a little bit, trying to hang around and perhaps pick off Vulcan. My bad. Should I ult? Let's see how far away they are. Oh, they're dead already.
Thanks.
Wonder if they fixed Vulcan's thumper yet. Yeah, I really don't want to be on the front lines for an extended period of time, if you know what I mean. But I know there was a heartbeat in the background. I got to get a little more situational awareness with Thanatos, I think. Waiting for somebody to kind of get low. Now, Vulcan went down. He was my original target, so I picked Fenrir because he was close and low. But no such luck. I'm just concerned with being so squishy. I don't want to get into a brawling match on the enemy side of the field, if you know what I mean. Fenrir's low. That's really nice how you get this notification. Thank you, Bacchus. No! Stay away from me. Freya's low. Some decent assists. Not necessarily finishing people off. Nice job, Isis. And let us not hang around Vulcan's ult. Dum 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 dum. Wub dub. Popular. What else is popular with the kids these days? I know what's popular with me. I'm gonna get this for the penetration, right? And then I might get Titan's whatever, Titan's Bane, also for the penetration.
Be right back. An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Be right back.
That's kind of fun. That instant kill. Get out of here, minions. I was trying not to ult on him if I could avoid it.
You cannot escape death. You have slain an enemy.
So I spam abilities.
On my way.
Nobody picked up that buff. It's right there. Isis ran right by it. Ah, somebody got it now. I know, my ult's down. I guess you need cooldown. I'd probably get some cooldown with Thanatos just because his ult's so cool. Which I don't have enough money for.
Be right back.
I feel bad when the little wub dubs go off and I don't have any mana to, or my ult is on cooldown. Alright, I helped save Neith, I'd like to think. Maybe I stole her kill. Die! I didn't get that kill.
Awesome.
Yep. So I'm going to call him Fanny. Is that okay? Can I call him Fanny? 2 and 4. This is literally my first game as Thanatos. I'll hit just both these two since my preliminary target. Yeah, run away. Thank you, Isis.
An enemy has been slain. Nice job.
My preliminary target was killed. So I can hit those two guys, I think.
An enemy has
Does AoE, right? Right?
you rock. An enemy has been slain. Triple kill.
Thanatos has a good laugh on the laugh meter. I like that. You know who has a terrible laugh? Anubis. I don't really care for that. Sobek has a bad laugh too, but he's so cool in other respects. I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to engage. Is that Bacchus? He can take that. Yeah, I'll need to get some cooldown for Thanatos because the ult's just so wonderful.
Retreat.
Little grappling with Fenrir. Thanatos holds up really well. With my life still, he did barely any damage to me at all. job. Oh, I thought I could get that kill.
Double kill. You have slain an enemy.
Is anybody out here?
Been slain.
No. I wasn't gonna dive in up on Vulcan with it.
Falling back. An enemy has been slain.
Nuba's just died. Very nice, very nice. Oh, Fenrir died too. Yeah, let's get this. I want some cooldown. This does cooldown, right? Yes. Jolly good. And he gets across-the-board mobility, you know, almost like Thor does with his ult. So close. Everything is so close. Let's go knock down the tower.
Double kill.
Yeah, with some lifesteal, Thanatos is a beast. Here, right here.
You cannot escape death.
I wonder why more people aren't playing Thanatos. Of course, every game after this will just be terrible.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm late. I'm late.
Wait for a very important date.
Has been slain.
If you haven't read Alice in Wonderland, the original book, you should. It's very good. I like to hear the wub dubs, and then they're immediately silenced. As if 1,000 voices cried out, and then were dead, ganked. Okay. Who's low? I can't even tell. Oh, Anubis.
Has been slain.
Holding Thumper range. I don't know if they fixed Vulcan's Thumper yet. Because it's like iffy if it works or not.
A beautiful dog. Slice.
Time has come.
I'm gonna kill you, Fenrir. Oh look, that ended the game. Alright, well I'll keep this. This is my first game as Thanatos. So, do a GG. First game as Fanny. Seems pretty good. How did I do? 7-2. I think I died. Did I die once? I went 1-1, died once, and then got 1 kill. I'm surprised more people aren't playing him. So yeah, head over to Shanga 5-0. To be honest, we had a really good team. Neath 20-3. I mean, Neath went 20-3, which is pretty darn snazzy. Isis 7, and everybody did really well. So you know, it may not be the characters OP, just we had a really amazing team. Everybody else in the other team got rocked. The best person was Hercules at 4-5. So let's just take a quick look at the damage and such. So player damage. Neath did the most. I actually did next to the least with Vulcan. Not Vulcan, Bacchus being the last. So yeah, my stats aren't that great. I'd say the team was just really good, but it was a good intro to Thanatos. Seems pretty good. Seems a lot more ability based than I don't know. You could say that about anybody, I guess. So who on the other team? Just curious, who took the most damage? Fenrir. Okay, hey, 4 and 10. So anyway, that's Thanatos. Nice winning animation. Let's see his close-up. We do his close-up. All right, that's going to be it for Thanatos. Talk to you later.